Feliz viernes, scientists. ¿Cómo están? Qué bueno. This week has been great for me too, and I'm looking forward to relaxing this weekend. But I'm sensing that all of you are ready to get started, so let's go ahead and do that. This week we've been learning about the 5 senses so that we can answer our question, how do scientists make observations? So scientists, how do we make observations? Yes, we make observations using our senses, sight, smell, sound, taste, and touch. Yes. On Monday, we engaged with the 5 senses when I told you my story about bacon. I also introduced the 5 senses chart that we each ended up making the next few days. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we used our 5 senses to observe an item. I observed a lemon. What did each of you observe? Oh, muy chido, very cool. Yesterday, Thursday, we learned about a time when lights weren't widespread. That means they weren't used in many places. Which one of the 5 senses was affected by there not being good lights at night? Yes, the sense of sight. In addition to this, we learned that Thomas Edison, Sir Swan, and many other scientists and inventors were able to make a light bulb that worked better than any made before. This invention helped a lot of people and changed the lives of many. I'm also hoping that you were able to do the activity that we talked about at the end. Who was able to try it? Awesome! Well, those are all the things that we learned earlier this week. But what are we gonna do today? Well, I was hoping that you would all do one more activity with me, and I want us to make something together. And can you guess what scientific tools we will be using to make observations? Yes, our 5 senses tools. We will actually need some more things in order to do this, but oh my goodness, I haven't even told you what we were going to make together. Scientists, we are going to make fresh squeezed lemonade. I was inspired by the lemon that I observed this week. I invite you to make the lemonade with me right now, but if you can't, you could just write down the ingredients now and make it at a different time. So let's go ahead and see what you'll need. This chart I made is just for 1 glass of lemonade. You will need 1 lemon, or 2 if you like things to taste sour, some sugar, water, ice, which is optional. I like cold drinks, a spoon, something safe to cut with, and if you can, an adult, and your 5 senses. Let's take a moment to gather our materials and wash our hands. All right, looks like I'm all set. I'm going to start by cutting my lemons in half. I really like my lemonade to taste really sour, so I brought 2 lemons. Make sure to take the seeds out after you've cut your lemon. And pierce it a bit. Ooh, hear that sound? Oh, I didn't smell it correctly. Great, and pull out all the seeds. Ooh. The seeds don't taste very good. And they're kind of hard to drink. Vale. All right, great. Now you can squeeze the juice into your cup. And try to keep the lemon under the rim, not on top, so that all the juice gets inside. I sometimes like to put it on the end if I'm not feeling very strong and use the cup to push for me. Also for my amiguitos that struggle, you can get a spoon and churn it. Oh, listen to that. I'm gonna have to add that lemons feel juicy to my chart later. Awesome. How's yours coming along, my little scientist? I almost called you amiguitos. We're still friends, though. Awesome. All right, buen trabajo. Now, scientists, let's take a moment to smell our lemon juice. We're going to waft the scent into our face instead of putting the cup to our face. So hold it out, wave your other hand gently towards your face, and take deep breaths. How does it smell? Mine smells really, really sour, but also very fresh. The smell makes me really thirsty. Maybe we should move on to the next step, which is we're going to add some water. Oh, I should put my cup down when I'm pouring. And just pour water until you get the yellow that you like your lemonade to be. I like mine to be really yellow. Awesome. Our next step is to add some sugar. We should only add a little at a time, mix it, and make sure it has the right flavor. What sense can we use to test the flavor? See, we can use our sense of taste. If you're making a lemonade for yourself, go ahead and drink straight from the cup. But if you're making a big batch for multiple people, pour some out in a cup to taste your lemonade. Well, let's go ahead and add the sugar and taste our lemonade. I'm gonna add a little bit for now. I'm gonna mix it really well because brown sugar takes a minute to mix. Since I'm not sharing, just drink. Needs a little bit more sugar. Just that. Awesome. Let's see. This is tasting great. It's a little sweet, but mostly sour. I just put enough sugar so that my lips don't pucker. How does your lemonade taste? Buenísimo. Now, if you want to, you can add ice to it. When you add it, I want you to mix up your lemonade and listen to the sound it makes when you mix it. If you don't add ice, just mix it and see what sounds you hear. I hear the clinks of the ice and the swoosh of the liquid moving around. What do you hear when you mix your lemonade? Ooh, some of you heard the clinking too. Very cool. That makes me think, how does your lemonade feel? I don't think we should stick our fingers in our drink, but we can touch the cup and feel the temperature of the lemonade. How does your lemonade feel? Cold? Lukewarm? Icy? Mine feels chilled. I'm sure it'll get even colder soon. So, scientists, we've smelled our lemonade, tasted it, listened to the sound it makes when mixed, and we felt the temperature. What sense have we yet to use to observe our lemonade? That's right. We haven't used our sense of sight to observe our lemonade. I mean, well, we had to use it to see what we were doing, but we didn't make any observations about it. Well, what do you see, scientists? I'll observe mine while you observe yours. Okay. I'm hearing you say the same things I'm thinking. I heard yellow, frosty, and a little clear. Does anybody else see the pulp from the lemon at the bottom of their cup? I think we could say that our lemonade looks a little thick because of that. Wow, we observed so much about this lemonade just by using our 5 senses. I feel like we can make another 5 senses chart. But, my wonderful scientists, our time together is ending. If you do make a 5 senses chart for your lemonade, please share it with me by using the submission link. I hope you learned a lot about the 5 senses this week. Next week, we're going to continue our scientific learning by observing a plant I grew. This weekend, think about questions you may have about plants. You can even practice using your scientific tools by observing a plant at home too. All right, scientists, please enjoy the rest of the show, and I can't wait to learn with you again next week. Nos vemos entonces.